Joining us now to talk more about technology bias is Jonathan Greenblatt, CEO of the Anti-Defamation League. Jonathan, it's always good to see you. I agree with you. Just the basic tenet is that things like this, with the potential for real harm and real danger, we need to take it slow. We need to take it slow. What does that mean exactly? When do we trust an AI program? When do you think? 2 years, 3 years, 5 years? When would you put total trust in it to be unbiased and give you facts?
Well, first of all, Joe, I'm just going to say it's always a good day when my morning starts with you and Elon Musk. So there you go. I'm already off to a great start on the day.
Yeah, this is a lie detector because I think you just told two.
Look,
is that true, Jonathan? Would you rather talk to me or Andrew? Seriously.
I love you all. I love all my Squawk Box hosts equally. So
yeah, he's
that's
lying.
what I would say.
Yep.
No, this is a ChatGPT response. It's not really me. No, look,
right.
The reality is that it's not about time, Joe, how long it's going to take. It's about sort of testing. And I think at ADL, we monitor hate and harassment offline and online. We've seen this with social media. We've seen this with other products. We believe in safety by design. So not as an afterthought that you bolt onto your product, but as a design principle that you integrate from the beginning. So I think there are reasonable things we've already seen from Sam Altman and OpenAI. I mean, we've watched as they have tested and improved the product. They've rolled it out. They rolled it out slowly before it went live last November. But as we move forward, I think it's reasonable to ask questions, Joe, like, you know, what are the data sets that are being used to program the kind of generative artificial intelligence? Who are the prompt engineers improving the product? Are they taking into consideration the full range of the experiences of their intended users? How have the products performed when they've been tested? You know, how did they meet or exceed the thresholds? These are the things that we want to know, Joe, just like you would ask about any other basic product or service before you rolled it out to the market.
Yep. We already have had kind of a discussion of some of the issues. I both hope for and fear when AI becomes more than Gigo. In other words, when it just doesn't reflect the programmer, when it actually, for lack of a better term, thinks on its own. I mean, that would be, I don't know what that looks like even. I don't even know when that's possible. That's why I said, how long is it going to take? And then the other discussion we had was, we hopefully don't want to have for lack, again, of a better term, a Fox News chat GPT and a CNN chat GPT. We don't want an AI for one group of people that watches in one echo chamber versus one in another echo chamber. Both are bad. It should be easier with this, Jonathan, because the problem with Twitter, we remember what happened. That's user generated. Anything can come on there. You got to moderate. These people, can't they make sure there's no anti-Semitism, make sure there's no hate bias? There's certain things that they ought to be able to take out of the equation immediately, designing these things, and then you don't have users polluting it with their own personal opinions. So it shouldn't be quite as hard as all social media, I would think.
Joe, I agree with that in theory. In practice, I think so. We still have to see. To your point, you know, ADL's been testing ChatGPT, and we have seen improvements in the product where we initially tried to query it on like Holocaust denialism. And where it first was just blurting out stuff, it changed, Joe, and it got better and smarter, apparently as the designers took meaningful steps. But you are very correct in what you just laid out, like the idea of a fragmented AI universe, like we have a fragmented social media or network news universe. I think that's bad for all users. You know, a decade ago, Eli Pariser talked about the creation of filter bubbles, where algorithms would invisibly send us news feeds that conform to our views. Not only has that happened, I worry that we could go from filter bubbles to filter fortresses if AI is sending us only what we want to see. Joe, we need dissent. We need different sources of information. That's a healthy thing for everyone.